Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about zombies in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Went to Treyarch, got to see a brief presentation on zombies, got to see the logo, a teaser image, a couple of other things going on. I got some unique info here that you won't find elsewhere on the internet. I'll save some of the unique info for the end. Right now we'll briefly talk about the zombies picture, which I have a feeling that many of you have already seen. I initially wasn't going to show this picture because I didn't think that I had permission to legally, but now that it's leaked online, I can. This is their teaser picture for zombies. You can see this is a clearly sentient zombie that's wearing a white shirt, white button-down shirt, and a black tie. Looks kind of like a scientist zombie, kind of like one of the characters from Black Ops 2 whose name is escaping me. It's like the white scientist guy that had the white coat and everything. But he's clearly sentient. He's not raging, he's not out of control, he's thinking, he's doing something very deliberate but a little bit ragged looking. You can see the text at the top that says only the cursed survive, which I really don't know what that means considering how crazy the stories get in Treyarch Zombies games. It could mean almost anything. The most interesting thing to note is that card that he's holding up. He's kind of holding it. It's a little black card with some triangles, a human-shaped oval face, the dots on it. I don't know what that means, but the symbol in the middle is actually a symbol that we saw in the reveal trailer. That's one of the very distinct ones that stood out that a lot of people pointed out. We tried to figure out what it meant. We tried to reference it online. We couldn't figure out what in the world that little symbol meant, but I guess now we know it's part of the zombie story. Had some people thinking maybe this is kind of like the death cards from World at War. Maybe they're like challenge cards, modifiers, something like that. But it is interesting, and you can also see that the zombie is standing on top of a burning city. Wish I could tell you some hard info about what that means, but I really don't know. Let's talk about the unique zombies info that I have. First of all, zombies will have a 4-player co-op mode and some other modes. They wouldn't tell us what the other modes are, but there's going to be more than just the 4-player co-op, but it seemed like the 4-player co-op is going to be the main thing because that's kind of always been the zombies' bread and butter. It's going to have its own experience and progression system separate from the campaign and separate from multiplayer. I think it's going to be maybe more like the Ghost leveling up where you could have different specialties in the extinction mode, maybe even more, probably knowing Treyarch, probably even more complicated because zombies mode is bananas, but it's supposed to have unlocks and actual specializations. You don't just get beefier and better, you have to choose to be able to do one thing or the other. Better here, less good there, something like that. The quote that they decided to give us in explaining why they want XP and progression is they say they want to add more depth and replayability, but without sacrificing the simplicity. You're going to be able to beat the zombies levels and play and have a good time without leveling to max. You don't need to be some big, max level zombie god to survive, but it does give you more options. You'll be able to do it just fine at level 0 or level 1. We asked them what it would be like, what the story was like. They said the story was supposed to be intense, and I put intense, I guess I'm doing air quotes here, you can't see that. I'm guessing intense means more scary and less silly, and they said it's extremely creative, which probably means absolutely bananas story. Of course, along with all the other zombies projects that they've worked on, it's going to be loaded with Easter eggs, side story, backstory, little things you can find and read. And I'm pretty sure that this is not Nazi zombies, not just based on the picture I've seen here, but they showed us a picture of the zombies logo, like the zombies logo for this time. It had nothing to do with Nazis whatsoever. It just looked really different than the other ones, so I'm going to guess probably no Nazi zombies, probably regular zombies this time. Could be wrong, don't know, but I've got faith, and it's nice to know that Zombies mode will be back. Oh yeah, it ships on disc. Zombies is not part of the DLC. It's on the disc, it's playable offline, LAN, whatever, just like as soon as you get the game, you can jump right into Zombies and go. Guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe, and stick around because I've got a lot more Call of Duty Black Ops 3 intel coming. Drifter out.